Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back with yet another video. How we doing, everybody? Yeah, we took yesterday off. Um, I'll just be completely honest with you. I did not have an idea for a video because I didn't think I could stretch the newest news in the NFL for 10 minutes. Granted, not every video needs to be 10 minutes, but kind of crazy. But yeah, if you haven't been here before, I hope you're here a little bit more often, Um, my name's Cody Lear. Should give us some scribble, subscribe, all that fun stuff, because I love you. Yeah. We do a lot of sports content here. I know a majority of it is NFL. That is obviously going to change for a few weeks. We will get into some NFL content, but I have been spending the time studying to get ready for this. We'll do the NFL news quickly just so I can bounce it out. We have Joe Brady was promoted from the Bills offensive coordinator to the head coach. A move that I kind of figured would be happening, especially since they fired their coach so late into the process at that point. And Todd Monken, the guy I think a lot of people believed would be the Giants' offensive coordinator, has went on to be the Cleveland Browns head coach. Kind of a surprise for me, a little bit, to be honest with you. I honestly thought that was going to be Jim Schwartz's job to lose. I just kind of figured we would get to see him as a head coach at the point because I honestly is a great defensive guy. If he finds his right offensive guy, then I thought he could be a phenomenal head coach over there, but that was not what Cleveland thought, and they ended up hiring Todd Monken. I actually don't hate the hire. I don't know if I love it at the same point, to be honest with you, because I don't love the fact that he just seems to not really know how to use his personnel very well. But we've talked enough about NFL. Let's start diving into these other sports. As I bang that too much, hopefully it does not create too much of a ripple effect. I have been catching up on NBA. And I really should have been watching more because I'm such a huge NBA fan and I really do love basketball. There's just so many more games. And I think that's why I love football so much is, you got 17 and then possibly four more. But in the NBA there's 82 games, but I'm not complaining. Don't lower that. Please don't lower that. The only sport that needs to lower their games is probably MLB. And of course the Grizzlies have been kind of dog water, so it's been tough to watch for me. That being said, man, I've missed some surprises. Apparently, I've been looking it over. The Raptors are fourth in the Eastern Conference. The Milwaukee Bucks are missing the playoffs. If the season stopped today. In the Western Conference, nothing really too out of the ordinary. I thought Phoenix would take a step back, but they definitely have not in that case. I think they're fighting at like fifth and sixth. I gotta remember that one. I don't right off the top of my head, but I know they're around that fifth, sixth, seventh area. Maybe eighth. I don't think eighth, because I know Trailblazers are nine, which was also kind of a surprise to me, especially since their season started off just so weirdly with their head coach and the gambling conspiracy, all that kind of fun stuff. That was just crazy on all fronts. But hey. They're rebounding really well. I'm not gonna remember his name. I believe his name was like Donnie Avdija. I don't know how to say his last name, but he's been playing incredibly well for the Trailblazers. I see his name freaking everywhere. Giannis and Ja are being mentioned on the trade block. Okay, so they were talking a little bit about that in the off season with Giannis. Um, and I don't know if there's any weight to it completely. If there is, then obviously someone should. If you want to let me know down below, I very much would appreciate it. Kind of a surprise for me. Giannis is the backbone of your team. If he believes that he needs to be traded, though, I would completely understand that. You get yourself a little bit younger. Team needs some rebuilding, some retooling at this point, and yeah, I could definitely understand that kind of move. With Ja, I'm a very proud Grizzlies fan. Love Ja Morant. Huge fan of Ja Morant. I do believe it is time to move on. Um, he has not really. I don't think he's really helping the team, and that's hard to say because I love Ja. You traded Desmond Bain in the offseason. I kind of understood the move, especially with who they ended up drafting with I'm gonna say your name wrong, Cedric Coward, something like that. I should really remember his name completely. I'm gonna cheat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna cheat. Um, but yeah, I definitely understood the move. Yeah, yeah, I did say your name right. Cool. And he's probably a small forward because you could put Jalen Wells in at the shooting guard. You could put Jaron at the P4, or you can put him at the center. Still had Brandon Clark. Still had Zach Edey. Edey, I know, has also been injured, which is just unfortunate. Santi Aldama, phenomenal player. Um, and I don't need to make this whole Grizzlies like talk along. It's just been kind of some stuff's got to get figured out. Firing Taylor Jenkins last year when the team was in the playoffs is kind of a questionable. If you look at it now, yeah. Um, Other than that, like a lot of things have been kind of business as usual. Um, the Pistons are the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. While that's a little bit of a surprise, they looked really good last year. So seeing them kind of like start earning their way up, and I talked about it in the offseason with Jason Tatum being gone. This was the time for somebody in the Eastern Conference to just start striking. Obviously, the Pacers went from a team competing in the championship to the 15th team in the league, and the only one they lost, I believe, completely was Miles Turner. Obviously, Halliburton and the Achilles, which is incredibly unfortunate, incredibly rough. Yeah, yeah. What do you do in those cases? Because I think that just kind of ruined the Pacers season altogether. In the Eastern Conference, well, honestly, the Magic being like seventh or eighth is also kind of a surprise, especially with that Desmond Bain trade. I thought figured that was the move they made because they thought, okay, well, we can handle the East at this point. You still have Paulo Moncaro, the Wagner. Is that how you say it, Wagner? Um, yeah, it's some interesting stuff definitely going on. The East, I mean, everybody else I kind of expected to be kind of in that mix. I did expect the Magic to be a little bit higher up, but I mean, they're still technically in the playoff mix. Um, the Raptors are really the only surprise. The Celtics, I thought they'd take a little bit of a step back, but I didn't think that they were going to fall completely off. That team was way too talented to fall completely off. Uh, New York definitely playing really well. Pistons, Cavaliers are in like the five seed. Yeah, no, NBA has apparently been super fun to watch this year. I definitely have been missing out. It looks like. Hopefully not too much clicking over here, but you look on the Western Conference. Yes, okay, I was right. The Suns were in the sixth seed. Yeah. You have Timberwolves in the seven, Golden State in the eight. Made a lot of sense to me. Spurs, Thunder, Spurs. So that's not really a surprise to me. I thought they were building a sneaky good team anyway, so not really a surprise whatsoever for me. Looking at the rest of it, Lakers are competing. Of course, Nuggets are competing. Of course, we knew they would be. Yeah, no. So, okay, some of it was predictable. Mavericks kind of still being kind of bad. Honestly, probably a little predictable. They fired their GM really quickly. Um, yeah. The Rockets being a complete team, we knew they would be. I mean, getting Durant just makes you so much better if he can get his field goal stuff figured out. Because like he was like 11 for 24 the other day, from what I saw. Yeah, you're doing just fine over there. Um, the Suns really are the only surprise for me in that regard. But yeah, shout out to that. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I got to talk a little bit about the standings and everything like that. I did notice that Luka Doncic is like third in assist per game, also leading in scoring per game. Not a surprise. Luka Doncic is a phenomenal player. Carl Anthony Towns got the rebounds per game. Really shout out to him. Um, Again, another player that I can't really say I was completely surprised by. Most 3 points made per game. Stephen Curry, again, what a shock. Yeah, no, the NBA season has been, while to be honest with you, not completely surprising. It has been, definitely looks like it's been interesting. Spurs apparently were on a really good streak. They were like the only team that could beat the Thunder at some points. Yeah, no, this has been absolutely crazy for me. But yeah, as we get back into these sports things, like we're going to talk about MLB either tomorrow or the day after. We got a little bit going. I'm excited to get back into it, guys. So hopefully that you are enjoying what we're doing. We'll probably try doing some quizzes or stuff if I can find something. In the meantime, otherwise you're probably just going to see me yapping quite a bit. Going to try to get into some mock drafts for the NFL. As much as I want to talk college, I probably will not be talking a lot of college, to be honest with you, in the realm of basketball. I need to get caught back up on it, but I really don't. Um, as long as my balls are doing good, that's the only teams I ever really care about, to be completely honest. I'll try to get into it, though, completely, because I do want to make more content. We've talked so much NFL, it's just time to start finally getting back into the swing of things with the NBA. I don't know if all-star rosters have been released. I will try to check that out. I'll try to look for everything. Yeah, but hey, if you like the style of content, guys, I completely understand if you don't, because I've just been kind of yapping, trying to give people a recap of stuff that they probably already know. But hey, if you do want to check out more content, I definitely have more down below. We are so close to the Super Bowl, so we are going to have to start coming up with more stuff to talk about. Thank you guys so very much. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I do appreciate you so much. If you gave me a minute of your time, I'm going to love you for life. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. See you next video.